All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Harakakwadash, double understood apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salute silence you boys out there preaching this word of sincerity and truth. All right, I got this, this is a movie preview plot, and decided to do a video on it. It's called God Tech, G-O-D Tech Plot. Okay. You can see the cover here. I don't know how I would blow it up, but you see it. But start reading this, and this is they might not bring this movie out because it's predictive programming to the 10th power, man. Okay. Basically, predictive programming is when the powers that be, which is the elite bankers, Esau, Edom, they call them the Illuminati. They put symbolism and different prophecies, self-fulfilling prophecies in their movies, and TV shows, all right, cartoons, okay. And this is another movie that's supposed to come out. It's predictive program, but it was all Bible prophecy. But let me read the summaries. You are following the lives of a family who have chosen not to take the charagma implant, but instead live a life with no home and consistently on the run from one world government known as Father. Okay. And that's what life is gonna be like if you don't accept the charagma. Okay. Scriptures say, be as pilgrims upon the earth. The God Tech setting is in a near future fictional universe, which is post-apocalyptic Earth in the year 2029. All nations are ruled by the World Parliament, which promotes the idea of united world peace and prosperity. However, everything is not as idealistic as it appears, as this society is controlled and monitored by microchip charagma implants created by the Free American Technological Human Extension Research Institution, or FATHER Institute. The cybernetic implants provide a means for identification, all trade, and communication between all people, races on the planet. Well, that trade, buy and sell. Okay, buy, sell, and trade. I got the communications, and that's straight out of the scriptures, man. And I'm gonna grab it. Although these charagma implants are mandatory by law, there are those who have refused to accept them. Those who refuse are automatically branded as anti-peace terrorists and are hunted down and forced to either accept charagma implementation or they will be removed from society in whatsoever way is decided at the time. These so-called terrorists have a worthy fear of being implanted, as many of them are aware that beneath the wholesome and trustworthy public face of the Father Institute is a dark and unholy core with the ultimate aim of controlling all the peoples of the world and turning them away from the one true power, with false promises of power, wealth, and prosperity. The terrorists, often being followers of the Most High, live on the fringe of society, surviving on their wit and faith. That God has granted his army of righteousness spiritual gifts. Oh man, I guess this guy Jason, I don't know whoever wrote the plot of this. He's been watching the Israelites. God has granted his army of righteousness spiritual gifts to aid in their continual fight against persecution and corruption of the Father Institute. I'm going to read this one too. Synopsis. Based on a novel God text, and Charagma of the Beast by David John Jeffrey, this work of fiction is not fiction. It's an exciting yet worrying glimpse into the future where God is now a term of freedom of speech have been completely lost. You are taken on a journey following lives of a family who have chosen not to take the charagma, which can be implanted on the hand or the forehead, but instead live a life with no home and consistently on the run from one world government known as Father. The family consists of Matthew, Mary, Thomas, and Alice. When the family is captured, they are separated. Matthew gets forced to take the charagma, and through a series of circumstances loses his way. He gets distracted by Lydia, beautiful woman who finally gets him not to only go against his beliefs, but also to betray all those who trusted him. Mary starts a journey of discovering the corruption in the state church, the androids that want to control people and who she can rely on in a world of mistrust. Thomas fights against the system, causing a disruption that brings the family back together. Meanwhile, Alice joins the youth security soldiers to arrest and capture terrorists. God Tech is an apocalyptic science fiction tale of action, desire, and portrayal of Corby family. Matthew, Mary, Thomas, Alice, and Alice are captured by government agencies, separated and segregated, and forced to make life decisions that will change their lives forever. Well, when is it supposed to come out? I believe it's supposed to be coming out in a few years, 2023. But they might not bring this out. They might not bring this out. Because I remember several years back, this movie is supposed to come out called Gray State. It talks about, the martial law, the one world government, and all of that. And that never came out. Esau actually murdered the director, the person that came up with the whole storyline, the creator of the storyline. He was actually murdered. So, this might not come out. It's saying too much. Okay, but anyway, this whole plot comes out the scriptures, man. Matthew 13 and 15. We'll start at 14. He deceives them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make the image of the beast, which had a wound by a sword and did live, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast shall both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. All right. That beast going into, the whole power structure of Esau. Esau is a so-called white man, okay, according to the Bible. And, the whole Western way of thinking, uh, the beast, comprises of, America, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, European Union, okay, and those are the governments that, which is Americans on top. Those are the governments that basically push forth the whole ideologies of the whole planet Earth, man. The whole liberation, liberal feminism, LGBT, democracy. Yeah, that whole way of thinking is that image. Catholicism, Christianity, even Islam falls under Catholicism. Okay. Yeah, that's a part of the whole beast system, man. You can go back here with it says something about the World Parliament. Yeah. So United World, the whole beast system is going to push forth the New World Order, the New World Government. Okay. And it's in the works right now, man. You have they built like a new world government buildings over there in the Middle East. All right. Even on the back of your dollar bill, it's called the Latin on the back of your dollar bill, Novos Ordos Seclorum. All right, new world, new secular world order, new world order. Okay, so it's all around you, man. You just have to have the spirit to point out these things. Verse 16, and he calls. Now this is going to let me find it. This paragraph right here, not paragraph, but a couple sentences. Although the chip implants are mandatory by law, these are those who have refused to accept them, who refuse, are automatically branded anti-peace, terrorists, blah, blah, blah. And this is the same thing coming out of the scriptures. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Receive the charagma, all right, which is the mark. Where it said in their forehead, it said in their right hands. I know I just read it. I know I just read it, but it said in their get it in their hand or in their foreheads. Anyway, I'm overlooking it, but it said the implant. So anyway, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, which is the charagma. If you look it up, mark in the Greek, mark charagma. stamp, an imprint, and mark. Okay. That no man might buy or sell save that he hath the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. And on that charagma, is instituted by the beast, which I just explained what the beast was. The number of his name. Here is the wisdom. Let him that had understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 603 score and 6. And 666. As Esau, that's Esau, which is a physical counterpart of Satan. And that's his number, man. 666. And you go deeper, in the Greek is chi-psi stigma, which means basically again, something that goes inside of you. But get this, Revelation 20. And I saw thrones that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai and the word of the Most High, the word of Yahweh, which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. Okay? So, to mirror that, there's something about they don't have the say it has a guillotine, but you will be hunted down and forced either to accept the charagma implementation or remove you from society in whatever way is decided at that time. At the time. So the scriptures go in more detail. Said brothers will be brothers, and the righteous, basically, the elect of Israel, which we so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Some of you will be beheaded for not accepting the charagma, the implementation. Okay? And they lived and reigned with Yahweh Shai 1,000 years. So when the Lord comes back, he's going to raise you up, okay, for basically being a martyr for righteousness, okay? And during that time, it's going to be a one world police force, right? And this is something about androids. It's something about androids or something. Androids, that gets into the whole robot thing, right? Robotics, Esau's coming out with the robots and shit. He said the androids that want to control people, and who she can rely on in a world of mistrust. So that gets into whole robotics, There's gonna be like a one world government, one world police force, actually. And that goes into 2nd Ezra 16. And I'm gonna start verse 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord, and those are the Israelites. And how you fear the Lord by following his law, statutes, and commandments. And the commandments were given to the nation of Israel, man. Okay? And those that fear Yahweh Shem Yahshua, the Israelites. And that's what Esau gonna be coming for. He's gonna be coming for Jacob. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. And that gets into Jacob's trouble, because at that time, the Quran is going to be out there. These martial law, soldiers, these one world police soldiers, as you could say. They're going to be going in to wherever Jake is at, wherever Israel's at, and rounding them up, man. You either take this implementation or, be part of our beast system, okay? Our New World Order system, or face the consequences of be put to death, all right? Tortured, But they said, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. But they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen. Okay? So, out of Jacob's trouble, only the elect will be able to escape. Okay? And they that shall be tried as gold in the fire. And that's going to be a very trying time for the elect of Israel, man. Hear, O ye my beloved, says the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for Yahweh is your God. And the guide of them that who keep my commandments and precepts, saith the Lord Yahweh. Let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves. Yeah. So that's during the time of Jacob's trouble. Okay. Which is this is the time of Jacob's trouble right here, man. Okay. And it goes into said God has granted his army of the righteousness spiritual gifts to aid in their continual fight against persecution and corruption of the Father Institute. And the spiritual gifts, the spiritual power. All right. Spiritual power is in the Bible. Isaiah 40, 40th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. It's not this one, it's another one. But I'm going to read this one. I'm going to grab the other. I think that's Isaiah 59, if I'm not mistaken. Isaiah 40 and 30, even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fail. It's like it fall. And the young men shall utterly fall, but they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. That means you're going to be able to fly like Superman, right? They shall run and not be weary. Flash, Flash Gordon. And they shall walk and not faint. Okay? And that spiritual power the Lord is going to give his men. All right? So let me, I think it's Isaiah 59. And we shall come in of a flood. Yep. Start. Isaiah 59 and 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come down like a flood. In this case, the enemy was what? The Father Institute, which is going to, tell the New World government, that police force, martial law. And that matches up with 2 Ezra 16. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, The Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. What's that standard, man? The Lord's going to give his men spiritual power, man, which are the spiritual gifts to aid us. Okay. Also in the scriptures it said, the angel said Michael shall fight. Michael. It's Revelation 12. Let's see, Michael. That's Daniel. Yep. Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be written in the book, which is the book of life. So the Lord's going to send his archangel Michael to, protect the elect. All right, and that's a part of the spiritual gifts to aid us. Okay. So yeah, man, this is they will be able to come out with this movie. I doubt it, but they come out with this, man. This is must watch. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Lord was edifying. Shalom.